Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Naked CTF. In this series, I'll attempt to compromise and own a server from HackTheBox. This is my first attempt. I've not solved it beforehand nor read anything about it. It's one take with no editing, so this could be 30 minutes or 3 hours. Let's go. Today we're doing Horizontall, not horizontal, but Horizontall, an easy Linux box. We've just launched it. We've got our IP. We've got our environment set up, ready to go. So, without further ado, let's start our recon and get that going. And we are, whoops, off and running. Got my Cyber Chef here. We might just clear this out. Cyber Chef is an awesome tool. If you haven't seen it or used it before, highly, highly, highly recommend it. Just for all your encoding, decoding needs, tons and tons and tons of different options. Like you can put a blob of text in there and say extract URLs or extract IP addresses, you know, really, really helpful. There is a local version. I'm running it off the GitHub hosted version, but it all runs in the browser anyway. So there's nothing server-side about this. And let's see. Okay, Nmap is completed. Let's have a little look. So no surprises here. This is an easy box. So we've got our port 22 SSH open. And then let's scroll down a bit. We have port 80 open. Let's have a look at that. Nginx. And what that means is that it's probably a reverse proxy of some sort. So it's probably, Nginx is probably proxying through to another web server that's listening just locally on the box. So like kind of browser, internet, Nginx, internal web server, something like that. We've got this 301 redirect to horizontal.htb, Horizontall. So let's just start by adding that to our Etsy hosts. And there we go. What's your IP? 10.10.11.105. 10.10.11.105. Horizontall. Okay, just check that works. 10, 10, 11. Oh, 11, not 111. Get it right. Very good. Okay. So not much to do except open this up in the browser. Let's do that. And let's start, you know, just doing some basic hand enumeration of this website. Build website using HT. It's crafted with the latest trend of design and coded with all the modern approaches. It's a robust and multi-dimensional usable template. Read more, goes nowhere. Play video, goes nowhere. Home, well, we are home. Feature, goes nowhere. About, goes nowhere. Okay. Best for creative agency, super responsive, creative design, built for developers, nothing clickable, responsive design, etc., etc. This looks very much like a bootstrap theme or template. See, all works. Nothing there. Coding, nope. Lorem ipsum, blah blah blah. Marketing, do. Selling, we sell. We've got a contact form. a@a.com. AAA. Send. Nothing. Made by horizontal.htb. Ah, well that links to HTTPS, which is interesting because there's nothing listening on 443. So that's either a mistake or a clue. Let's have a look at the page source. Ugh, ugly. Where's my word wrap? Wow. Wow. Okay. Okay, so it looks like everything's going through some sort of pipeline, maybe React or something like that. So we'll have a look at these guys, but they're all just going to be minified, very difficult to read. In fact, before we do that, let's get some enumeration going. So URL is fuzz, and then word list is going to be this really long path, effect lists, discovery, web content. Then we want raft, medium, directories, lowercase. JS, CSS, image, no surprises there. So CSS looks pretty normal. This looks like Bootstrap CSS. Very unreadable in its minified format. This is maybe some custom JS? I don't know. There's no like comment saying, you know, this is part of this framework or whatever it might be. Vendors, this is very unreadable. Oh, Vue.js. Okay, so the framework is Vue, which is similar to React in the sense that it's a single page application type framework. So I think this is all the third-party stuff that gets bundled up. Portal view. Just kind of skimming through this, looking for anything obvious. Bootstrap again. This looks like it might be some custom CSS. Webpack. Yeah, that's the pipeline thing I was thinking of, Webpack, which kind of takes all the different assets and minifies and bundles things together to try and optimize the well, you know, minimize the amount of data that needs to be transferred by stripping all the unnecessary stuff and taking 10 different files and combining them into one. So there's only one HTTP operation rather than 10. All right. Nothing super exciting. Let's try files. Lowercase. We don't know what we're dealing with from a server-side perspective yet, because the the web server that's responding to our client essentially is Nginx. So we don't know. Well, we haven't looked at the headers, to be honest. So we should probably do that. Oops. Network. Yeah, nothing except Nginx. There's no other header from the web server behind it that's being added. Like sometimes if it's Apache behind, like you'll see the Apache header. There's no powered by PHP or anything like that in there. So all we know is that it's Vue framework, 80 TCP HTTP, Vue.js framework, and looks to be static website, nothing on file enum. Should we go the large just in case? Yeah, let's do it. So the reason I kind of mentioned that is we don't know if we should be targeting like .php extensions for file when we're trying to fuzz file names. So that's large directories. Let's do large files, slightly longer lists, index as expected. And let's do a couple of others, like big. Common, no, what's it called? Common.txt. Yep, nothing. So what should we do? Let's do some subdomain fuzzing. So for that, we're going to do URL, then post header, post buzz.horizontal.htb. Then our word list is going to be user share word lists. And I can't remember which one we use. Discovery, sec lists, discovery, DNS, subdomains, oops, top 1 million. And then we're going to have to add a filter for the 301. So that's going to be filter any response with a size 194 bytes. So www works, to be expected. So we're just looking for subdomain.horizontal.prod, and straight away we get a hit, API prod. Awesome. So now we've got another target to enumerate. API prod.horizontal.htb valid subdomain. So vim, beg your pardon, sudo vim etc hosts, and then API -prod horizontal.html. So let's just give it a try in the browser. API prod. Welcome. All right. So doesn't look very REST-like. It's actually returning a HTML document rather than a JSON response. I think we might throw this into Burp Suite, because I have a feeling we're going to be playing around with this quite a bit. Go away. So we'll just wait for that to launch. And proxy should be now on. So let's just switch our browser to burp. Do a refresh. There it is. And we can turn that off again. I think we'll just do the same kind of enum as well. It does have API in the host name, so you know, we should probably be more focused on API methods and that sort of thing, but let's just be thorough and start with this. Okay, so we're already getting some hits. Admin users is 403, reviews is 200. Admin. Okay, so we get a login. Oops, didn't want that. Remove. So let's just try admin. Now what is Strappy? Admin users reviews. Admin users. Now that gives us an API response. This is a JSON. The header is returning JSON data type. Reviews. Yeah. This is a good service. I'm satisfied with the product. So this is definitely more API-like, but admin is more interactive website. So let's do Strappy. Open source Node.js headless CMS. Strappy headless Node.js CMS. Open source headless CMS, 100% JavaScript, TypeScript, and fully customizable. One thing I do like about these Hack the Box and CTF exercises is you get to learn about a lot of open source projects that you would never probably come across otherwise. Look, it's got 63,000 63k stars on this repository on GitHub, so it's like super popular. Modern admin panel, multiple database, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so let's do the obvious stuff first. Strappy default admin. Admin. Admin panel configuration. User name, password. Nope, nothing there. Three roles in the RBAC scheme. Setting up the admin panel. Manage content type, write their actual content. There's no mention of default user here, so I'm guessing that when you set it up, if you're a new administrator, ooh. Oh, okay, that's password modification. Yeah, there's no mention of like default login, so I'm assuming you get the default login when you like they give you a random username and they give you a random password. So let's see if we can fingerprint this a little bit further and find out what version this thing is running. A lot of magic happens in this file. Webpack automatically includes all the assets. Version? Nope. Admin. Horizontall. Nope. I think that's the version of Webpack. I don't know. Let's check. Oh, I don't know. It's up to version 5. Yep. Okay, so we might be looking at 4.17.21. Specialized version of all these different base functions. Okay. Let's assume that's the version we're working with. And let's go to search exploit. Strappy. These are all 3.0. So assuming they've all been fixed in 4. Strappy CD. Okay. So you can brute force. That's before version 4.12. 4.5, nope. Doubt we're using incognito in this case. It's an authenticated RCE. Much older version. Just want to do a little bit more enumeration on the website itself. I feel like just going to search for .htb. Yeah, so here it's calling the reviews API endpoint. Not actually rendered on the page, but and reviews is unauthenticated, right? So it's not like you need a token or anything to access that. Nothing in there. Nothing in there. Nothing in there. Nothing. Same thing, reviews, endpoint. Yeah, so no credentials or anything like that. Is there an email address in here? No. Let's just find this form. Yeah, there's not even a form tag around it. Okay. So I'm still thinking, given we don't have any creds for Strappy, I feel like we've enumerated the base website pretty good. Let's see if we can do So that's got admin. Just looking for some more API specific methods or actions. Lowercase. All right, not a whole lot there. See it in the wild. Mm-hmm. Objects. Admin we know about, users we know about, reviews we know about. What about this, the defaults? We did have the Strappy documentation before, right? Developer docs. REST API. Get, post, put, delete. Mm-hmm. So I think admin and users and admin and users seems to be like a default endpoint, and then reviews is one of this kind of, you know, custom defined documents like restaurant. Create a document. So what are the other defaults apart from users and admin? Connect. Yeah, I can see why developers would like this, because you could spend quite a bit of chunk of time implementing something like this that you need for your own application. I mean, I've heard of headless CMS and headless e-commerce and everything else. I've never used it in a project myself, but quite useful to have this all pre-baked, as long as it scales nicely. Middleware. Session. Yeah. Nope. public. Just poking around to see if we can find anything useful. Admin panel. So config admin.js is where everything is set up. Right, let's go back to the Four 17. So they got kind of two forks running here, 5 and 4. Let's release candidates for 5. Let's see if we can spot exactly what was changed after 4.17.21. 19. Kind of work our way backwards. 4.15. Too far. 4.17.21. Yeah, looks like they pulled 4.17.21. So it must have been bad. All right. Do they do their disclosure here? Patched in 4.13. Denial of service we didn't really care about. Open redirect. Application incorporates user controllable data in the targeter for redirection. This vulnerability allows the SSO token to be stolen. Session token in URL. Okay. So the result is authentication bypass, but I mean, maybe this version is not right. And it's just coincidental that yeah, I'm not entirely convinced that this version number, which we found in all the munged up JavaScript from the login page, is the actual version number. I think it might be a version number or one of the components which is included. Like, there is no reference to Strappy 41721. How old's the box? That's a good question. 2021. Okay. So, yeah. If we go back here. Yeah, the 4.17, 18, 19, 20s were in 2024. This box was released in 2021. If we go back to 2021, we're more looking at good God. Let's go to page 25. 2021. Yeah, we're in the 3.x branch. Yep. So we just spent a bit of time down a rabbit hole looking at the wrong version. Yeah. Okay. So on that basis, I think this is a more likely target in terms of an exploit. Let's have a look what else. RCE. Unauthenticated. Okay. Same two exploits. One version in Metasploit, one version standalone. But let's just grab this version. Let's call it strappyexploit.py. Okay. Oh, here's how we can do it. Host/admin/init. Admin/init. Ah, there it is. 300 beta 17.4. Perfect. That's it. Just went down a little rabbit hole, but that's okay. That's okay, because that's what learning is all about. And let's do this. We will create a listener. VLP 1337. Shout out to my 1337 enjoyers. Then we will do Python. Remote host is going to be horizontal. At first it's going to be API prod. It's going to be our local host, which is 10.10.14.8 1337. Go. Oh no. And it needs a HTTP. There we go. We are the Strappy user. All right, let's quickly grab this. All right, let's do... In fact, let's kill that. Do RL wrap. Launch it once again. So we are in the opt strappy my API. Let's do cat etc password rep sh. We've got developer and strappy and root as the interactive users. And what should we do first? Let's do some basic stuff. We don't have a password for Strappy. Let's start poking around in this directory. Okay, nothing interesting there. Alright, I'm not going to go through those individually. No hooks configured. Everything looks pretty default. It's in this uploads directory. Git keep is 0 bytes. Alright, let's go down. Oh god, there's going to be so much garbage in here. NPM garbage. This is what it's like these days. If you're a developer, you need 400 million modules just to do Hello World. Might start a bit of a flame war with those comments, but look at this. All this boilerplate. All those fonts. Probably 2 of them being used. I'm not going to go through that. PM2. Ooh. PM2, I think, is the daemon that starts the Node.js app and keeps it running. Like, daemonizes it. Developer. Oh. You have access. There we go. Okay. No pivot to the developer user needed. And Mr. Developer has got what I would think something else going on. You see anything in there? User group world. No. So we got read and execute. We got read on user. .txt, so we can just read the flag and list the contents of the directory. Okay. All looks pretty standard. That's where my home is. No, nothing interesting. Got 1,000 different NPM and node related environment variables. Oh my goodness. I wonder if there's any credentials in here. There's my payload that gave me reverse shell. Nothing. Ah, dang it. Okay. I think it's Linpea's time. AMD 64. Linpea's. Then we want... What do we want? Just had a mind blank there. Then we get HTTP colon 10.10 14.8 8000 linps. And let's get P-Spy while we're at it. P-Spy. chmod plus X da. linps minus A. Alright, we let that run. So far so good. Pretty happy with the progress. Took about an hour to get the footholds. Like I said, went down that rabbit hole. And yeah, it was a little bit odd. That's okay. It is what it is. Haven't had to go to guided mode yet. But we shall see. Let's see if we can get root without guided mode. Maybe linps will give us linps will give us some sort of a hint on how to do Privesc. I'm wondering if we need to go to developer first. One thing we didn't check is like what else is listening locally. That's something that's come up in the last few boxes. Is there's a bunch of services that are listening locally on the machine, but not exposed to the quote unquote internet, so you can't reach them remotely from your side of the VPN. So I've actually been using Chisel quite a bit just to provide a SOX proxy, or doing individual port forwarding using Chisel. So let's see how that goes. Whether we need... Yeah, let's just see what linps has to say. All right, Peas, what do you got for me? Oh, straight away. Okay. Oh, we have netcat, which is cool. Pseudo version 8.18.21 P2. That's definitely interesting because anything below 1.9 is potentially game for Privesc. Now, it's highlighting this as a P vector because I've got write access because I'm the user and the owner of these paths. But I can't see how that would give me privesc. I'll have to research that a bit further. Because it's not like I can inject a binary in there and then restart the node services because they're just going to restart as my user. So I don't get any elevation that way. So some possible local exploits, but given this is an easy box, I don't know. Virtual machine. There is all our shell sessions. PM2 God Daemon. Yeah, okay. Uses dash instead of sh. These are all default cron jobs, and I'm assuming we don't have write. Nothing out of the ordinary. No Docker interface, network interface. Here's what I didn't check before. So 22 SSH and 80. Then we've got 8,000 MySQL and something else. So we should have a crack at MySQL. Maybe the credentials are within the Node.js app config somewhere. And maybe we should take a look at these guys. Well, not maybe, we definitely should. Developer, root, and Strappy. Okay, Nginx. So it's listing on 80. The Strappy is listing on 1337. So if the host name is API prod, it'll proxy that through to the local listener on 1337. Otherwise, it goes to the default Apache virtual host, which is going to be the static website served up by var html. Okay, pretty straightforward config. Possible private SSH keys, okay. These are all part of test suites. These are all system defaults. These are all the GitHub directories included in the various NPM modules. So I don't think there's going to be anything interesting there. They're just cloned into the directory tree as they're installed. We have a new PG. Okay. Again, I think it's just default. 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 Okay, we did skip over this. So there's one JSON per environment, production, development, staging. So this is so you can tailor the environment a little bit depending on where you're working. So if you're in development, you can use a different set of API keys for different things, etc. Pretty standard in most frameworks. Okay. Production, database.json. Host, port, name, username, password. So it's an environment variable that it references. But we did not see that in the environment variable. So that's production. Development. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So we've got the MySQL creds, which is nice. MySQL credentials. Lovely. Which I'm assuming is going to be the Strappy backing database. Default. Default, default. Default. All default. Yeah, that's cool. LinPeas did awesome to find that. I mean, I could have been sitting there grepping through or catting through all those directory trees and individual files and everything else, but LinPeas just found it for me straight away, which is awesome. So now we're going down into the node modules, blah, 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 blah. Here's the boilerplate that it uses to actually create the config files when you first initialize it, I guess. Nginx, whatever. Yeah, whatever, whatever, whatever. This is all, yep, there's the default website. Unexpected in root, yep, it's just an old kernel lying around in there. Yeah, you see, I was able to do a directory listing inside the developer home directory. PM2.back we had a look at. Nothing of use there. I believe this is a SQLite DB in support of the locate utility. Module, git. All right, and we didn't run the regex because we didn't specify. All right, cool. So what we've got now is the MySQL credentials. So let's have a little poke around in there and see if we can develop something else. Oh yeah, show databases. System default, system default, system default, system default, application. Show tables. All right, so you can see it's created a table for the reviews document. Very cool. Let's start with this. All right, and straight away we get a hash. Very familiar looking hash in the sense that all right, let's see what else we can find. Users, permissions, user. So this is, I think, like the role-based access control stuff. What am I doing wrong? Select star from hey. Something weird going on here. Select star from I thought that a hyphen is okay in the table name. I thought that an underscore is okay in the table name. But I'm pretty sure this is just the RBAC stuff, so the role-based access control. So what are the permissions? What permissions belong to which role? What permissions belong to which user? I don't know, something along those lines. But I'm happy with this hash that we've got. So let's go and have a look at this in more detail. And we will do hash ID blowfish as suspected. Hashcat 3200 for blowfish. Hash user share wordless rock you. Let that do its thing. So this would be well, what we should be doing now as well is exit issue to developer and then try his MySQL password. Nope, did not work. Sudo -l. Maybe this is Strappy's password. Nope. Not Strappy either. Okay. Now, sometimes these hashes are uncrackable. Keep in mind that it's going to be the admin login for here, right? So it's the admin at horizontal.hdb. Let's try that. Maybe just admin. So I don't know what this is going to actually get us. Because we've already exploited Strappy, right? Like we've got a reverse shell via this. This password does not get us to... So we got Strappy, unknown, local user. What's going on? Local user. We've got developer, unknown, local user. We've got developer, MySQL user. We've got admin, unknown, Strappy admin, Strappy app admin user. Now, kind of rule of thumb here in these CTF exercises. I've now been going for 4 minutes. Like if you don't get it in 15, 20 minutes, it's probably not meant to be cracked, if that makes sense. Like it might be a bit of a rabbit hole, so to speak. But let's go back to our guy here. One thing that we haven't done is run key spy. So just looking for any background jobs or tasks or cron or anything at all that might be able to mess with. Nothing so far. Hashcat still doing its thing. All right, let's see. It's been a couple of minutes. I'm not seeing anything pop up here. I haven't seen any kind of state change in any of the system behavior or anything while I've been poking around, so I'm going to call this as a dead end. What I do want to do is to dig a bit further into some of the other services here. That would be my own host, not the remote host. My goodness. You really do need to be in a good frame of mind to be doing this, because I'm a little bit tired at the moment and starting to make mistakes. Net stats, LANTP, grep, listen. So anything listening on 0.0.0.0.0.0 we don't care about, because we've already enumerated that via nmap. It's these guys that we care about. So let's just paste this into here. (1.337) we know is our Node JS app, which is this one, Strappy, which is being proxied by Nginx. So we can eliminate that. 3306 we know is MySQL, so we can eliminate that. So 127.0.0.1 is what we want to have a look at. So if we just do simple check, need a space. Okay, so that's a web server. Straight away I saw Laravel. Web/Laravel on localhost 8000. So we want to explore this further. The problem is we can't do it from our local box. My PC fans have slowed down, so maybe we got to crack. Cracked. Damn it. Password 123. So that belongs here. So let's just do a quick let's do it via SSH. No, let's do it SU. So we're going to try developer password 123. Nope. Should work here, right? It's funny, I knew the hashcat had finished because my PC fans slowed down. Alright, so we got access. I don't know if there's a whole lot we can do here in the sense that we're already got a shell as this user. Unless this has got some sub component that runs as root, but I very much doubt it. SSH developer at IP. Password 123. Let's try this one again. Nope. I'd really like SSH access to the box, but because what I want to do next is gain access to this website. And if we were using SSH, we could do an SSH port forward. But I don't have SSH because we don't have the Strappy username. We don't have a SSH key for Strappy. We did see in here there is an SSH directory, but we have no read access to it. We have not tried SUing to root at all. Okay. Never mind. Let's try something else. Instead of using SSH, let's get Chisel up on in here. So sorry about that noise if it came through. We're going to want to borrow this from put that in here. Then we will do this. .10.10.14.8, 8,000 chisel. Good. Then on here we'll start chisel. Oh. Chisel. Server. Port. 51222. Reverse. Okay. Then on here we will do chisel client 10.10.14.8 51222. Remote is going to be port 8000. Oh, chmod plus X chisel. And copy paste. Ooh. Oh, god damn it. I wonder why that didn't connect. Anyway, let's get our shell back up. Dev shm chisel client 10.10.14.8 is correct IP. Yes. Port is 5122. 51222. Correct. Then we want to remote port 8000. Cannot handle the control C's. Let's just do socks instead. Script dev null c bash amp socks dev shm. Okay, so now if we go to here and we use our local socks proxy connected via chisel, and we do the IP address and 8000. No. Local hosts? Yeah, that's it. it's stalling out because of inability to connect to external websites like Google and that sort of thing. Because basically, when I've got this proxy active, everything is being tunneled through the CTF box, and that doesn't have outbound internet access. So if we look at the dev tools, things like this will fail. External website. Right, looks to be a default Laravel install. Yeah, nothing particularly interesting about it. Let's grab some notes. Did that die? I didn't kill the chisel client. I don't know why. Okay. We'll grab that. We'll go here and we will add that. Why is it dying? Never seen that before with chisel. Well, we're just going to have to deal with that. Right, I think straight away I'm going to look at, given it's a vanilla Laravel install, I'm going to straight away look for a Laravel CVE. Oops, wrong version. Ooh boy. RCE 842 debug mode 2021. 2021. It's around the same time. Eight dot. don't know exactly what version of Laravel we're working with. There's a lot of RCEs for Laravel. Well, I think we give it a try. It's just impossible right now to tell what user Laravel, the Laravel framework and process is running as, because the user I'm connected as, Strappy doesn't have enough privileges to see what process is listing on port 8000 and what user that process is running as. So it's a little bit difficult. This is a shot in the dark, I guess. So it recommends using I don't have it. Let's just install the pip modules. Probably got most of them anyway. Oh, maybe not all of them. Well, at the very least, this should give us the version. So that's going to be HTTP localhost 8000. Is it actually alive? Oh. That's maybe why things were going a bit screwy. So I still had a web server running on. port 8000, but yeah, I don't know. That's weird. Script dev null -c bash. Okay. Dev shm. Chisel. Nope. Chisel client 10.10.14.8. Then 5.51222 are socks. Why is that not up? 5.1222 and 10.14.8. My goodness. Chisel client. Chisel client. Chisel client. Max retry count. Chisel client 10.10.14.8 51222. Remote socks max retry count 5. Chisel client max retry count 5 10.10.14.8 51222 are socks. Okay, I think there was a previous instance there. There we go. Okay, let's validate. Set that to local proxy. There we go. Come on. Timeout on the Google thing. Good. Okay, let's try the exploit. Localhost 8000. Okay, so we need this guy to use the proxy. Localhost 8000. Hi. Ah, goodness. Alright, I'm jumping into the hints. 2. 2. Kidding me? Three? $500? What is going on? Oh, okay. Confusing error message. 2. Thank you. API rod horizontal.hdb. Admin. Version was what did we find? What it was? Very specific version number. It's one of these two. This one. 2 CVs chained together. 8,000. (2021) CV debug mode. Target is also vulnerable to the HomeKit vulnerability, which we did see in we did see that in the LinP's output, that it was HomeKit was listed as a probable. All right, let's just focus on getting this done. Sudo vim etc proxychains.com. Yep, 127.0.0.1.10.80 is right. What am I doing wrong here? Why can I not connect to this machine? This would be a lot easier with SSH. Well, first of all, the client is not running, so how about we fix that? That's better. So we need to watch this and make sure it doesn't die and the tunnel breaks again. (8430). Debug mode, remote code execution. Looks good. I mean, on paper. Same thing though, right? $842. So $843 comes later. Let's give it a try. That's the same bug. Same CVE. This thing died again. No good. Ready. Oh. Didn't use proxy chains. Okay, come on. Let's see it. CD output of ID as root. Okay, what now? Yep. Died. And this thing is unstable. I don't know why it's like its own TCP connection. It's not going through this reverse shell or anything. It should be good. Come on. No. Wow, really unstable. Oh, wait. Oh my god. Why did I not think of this earlier? Oh my god. Oh my god, John. What are you thinking, bro? What are you thinking? Oh, but I don't have the password. Oh, but if it's key-based authentication, I don't know. Let's try it. SSH. -I, key 1, strap B at IP. Strap B at IP. Why can I never remember this? Have a freaking password. Chisel isn't stable enough, it seems. For whatever reason. I mean, I could reset the box, but I don't know if that's the right way to go. I mean, I could just run the exploit from here, right? No reason why not. Let's do that. Maybe it won't have all the packages. In fact, it probably won't. Oh, let's try. wget 10.10.14.8 8000. What do I call it? e2.py. Python 3 e2.py. Python 3 e2.py http localhost 8000 www. I mean, let's try and find this web root. Developer. Home developer. Home developer. My project. All right, let's try. Python e2.py http localhost 8000. This path, I don't understand, but whatever. ID. I'm not going to be able to do that. That's never going to work because it's not able to clone this repository that it needs. Can I SSH into myself? Let's try PwnKit. Can't do that. wget http colon 10.10.14.8 8000 get capital K. chmod plus x prune git chmod plus x prune git prune git. There it is, root. I'm not done yet. I want to figure out that whole exploit. Laravel exploit. Developer No keys for developer. So the only thing I could think of would be to SSH back into my own machine and do a tunnel that way. For the sake of it, I don't even know how firewalling in Kali works. UFW is not even installed. I don't know why I can't SSH from... Anyway, let's see what the guide had to say. The write-up. Numeration, Nginx, cool. Yeah, enumerated, got all that. Foothold, yeah, we got that. Took us a little while, looking at the wrong version. Okay. We did that. Create a SSH folder inside Strappy. Yeah. SSH keygen. Oh, okay. Missed that step. Didn't add strappy.pub to authorize keys. Damn it! Yeah, that's a bit of a silly mistake, to be honest. We've just been working out that crappy remote shell the whole time. Sudo -l, we didn't have the password. Then... yeah, it doesn't even go down the MySQL enumeration. And then it uses, yeah, it uses SSH forwarding to bring the port 8000 to your local machine. Yeah, we had the right CVE too. And then we would have had reverse shell as user. But thankfully, with guided mode, it did give us the alternative of using PwnKit. Cool. All right. Well, that was a lot of fun. It was quite tricky. I think one of the big lessons in all of this was, yeah, I did pretty well on enumeration, but locked onto a couple of things that shouldn't have, like the version of Strappy. Was only able to come to some deductive reasoning that it wasn't a 4x version of Strappy. It was a earlier version based on the release date of the box itself. So that kind of burnt some time. Not that, you know, looking for a speed run here, but do want to get into the habit of not wasting too much time on something that may be irrelevant, because when it comes to exam time, you do have a fixed period to work through all these challenges. So the other thing is, yeah, I'm feeling a bit tired, a bit knackered today. I've had a pretty heavy mental workload the last couple of days, and I think that started to really come through when doing this box today. Just feeling a bit sluggish, starting to make mistakes, forgetting commands. Really just, yeah, it's incredible how important your mindset and everything else is when you're doing this box. So these types of exercises, and I'm sure that you know, when it comes to doing this either professionally or for fun or whatever, I don't know, I think first thing in the morning rather than 3 o'clock in the morning is the right time to be doing it. So all of that said, it has been a lot of fun, and if you stuck around to the end of this video, thank you very much. Have a great morning, afternoon, evening, or nighttime, whatever time it is for you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.